Good morning, good people of God. How y'all doing today? It's been forever since I have done one of these videos, but it's time. It's time. And the Holy Spirit will not leave me alone about it. And let me rest and just let me be regular. I don't think regular is in my forecast. Anywho, well, I have been staying away from videos and things of that nature because there is no good word. There is no good word from the Lord concerning what's happening in the nation with the people and all of that. Truly, judgment is upon the land like never before. The things that we are seeing today or about to see, we ain't never seen before, just like COVID, 2020. Never saw that before. I spoke with an elder, and she, in her 70s, she was almost 80 at the time. And I asked her, I said, hey, have anything like this ever happened in all your years of living? And she told me, she said, no, baby, it ain't never been a time that they shut schools down and things of that nature. That was COVID. That was COVID just a few years ago. So, since then, we have rain coming in ways that have never been seen before. Other places is drying out and having droughts and everything burning and all is freezing here and colder and hot. Like, when I tell y'all, the earth is speaking. Judgment is upon the land, and God is talking. God don't do things the way that we think it ought to be done. He do not operate in the metrics that we believe that he should operate. When you begin to see things happening that is completely unheard of, unknown to what we know, like they saying, you got rains and storms and tornadoes and earthquakes happening that ain't been seen in over 1,000 years. This haven't happened in 1,000 years. Everything you look at is saying this haven't been seen in 1,000 years or never before. That's not by chance, y'all. God is judging the lands. And just to be more particular and honest to God, the reason why I don't get on here much is because what I gotta say, I ain't never even heard it before. The Holy Spirit had to speak it to me and begin to make it truth to me by bringing it to reality in his word. But God is coming for his children. He coming for his people. All of us that are here that don't know who we are, ancestors was taken off from the land by which God put them, sold into slavery, transatlantic slave trade, 400 years captivity. That 400 years ended in 2020, y'all. Your ancestors was brought here. If you be my color, and some of everybody ancestors was not brought here. So like, some of them was truly natives in America, native to the lands, native to these lands. But many of us, people of color, our ancestors was taken from our native lands, sold into slavery. And here we go, all these years later, believing that we're free in a land that was never created for us. But God made a promise. There is a place that he has for his people. We know nothing about it. Even the Bible say, my people are scattered throughout the nations, and they don't know who they are. But I will begin to bring them back, open their eyes, and bring them back to the land by which I've given them. Dear black people, people of color, black and brown, you are the chosen people of God. If you wasn't, history would not have spent so much time. People would not have spent so much time trying to wipe your history away. We are the only people on the face of the earth that has no clue and cannot trace our origin back to anything. Your fathers, you can go probably your great granddaddy, grandma, them. You know nothing about who you are. Everything about your existence was given to you from someone else. The way, even all the way down to the way we wear our hair and the way that we wear our clothes. That all was given to us from somewhere else. Or from another group of people. In the beginning of time, there was only 2 separations or deviations of people. God did not see color. God still don't see color. We do. And given that we see color, we created divides. And you got some people who look at people as if they not even people, but you breathe the same air that they breathe. But you can call them animals. But you breathe the same air that they breathe. And your body, if you cut it open, flow, your blood is just as red as theirs. If you cut a person open on the inside, there is no difference in who you are and the anatomy of the human body, male or female. Even in the genes. Only difference is black women have the ability to carry. We have the mitochondrial DNA Eve gene of every race and nationality. We birth all things. We birth all colors. Which is a signification from God of who we are. Because everything flows through us and flow from us. Matter of fact, you can't find a Caucasian, European, vanilla brother without some level of African DNA in their blood. You can't. All of this originated from Africa. That's why they call it the motherland. They did. So, people, we have to become more aware. The Bible says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. And the truth is, we think we smart. Because we know a little stuff. Now we know more than we ever knew before. Okay. But if you don't know your history, the people who don't know their history is destined to repeat it. So black folks don't even vote. If you don't think that is important at this stage in life, you is crazy. Your vote matter and you better go vote. People died for you to be able to vote. And I'm gonna be honest, like, it's real transparent. I ain't voting until I was grown. I was 28, almost 30 years old before I ever cast a vote. And that's because, you know, when you grow up in a black community, voting ain't a big thing. I mean, it's just not, unless you're an elder who was in the civil rights, you know, all that. But for those of us that wasn't, that was born after the fact in luxury and comfort, we don't vote. Because we never believed that our voice mattered. But I'm here to tell you, it's a lie from the pits of hell. For my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Baby, vote. God gave you a vote. You better use that voice. Vote. 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 And even though I hate it because I'm not political at all, I ain't a Republican, neither am I a Democrat. I don't agree with neither side at all. But I do agree with right and wrong. We are not judges. We are called to judge to a certain degree. But we are not judges, juries. Neither should we be executioners. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and all of they that dwell within. The earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof, and all of they that dwell within. Everything that God, that you need to survive and sustain life, God had already given it. Somebody put a price on it and charged you for it and told you that if you want it, you got to pay for it. What if I tell you that God got a whole nother plan? And it is not the intent of God that you suffer for the rest of your life. It is not the intent of God that you work into the day that you die. It is not the intent of God that you don't prosper and that you don't have good health and that you don't have the things that he created for you. It is not the intent of God for us to stay as low as we are. And I pray that somebody hear me. Y'all be blessed out there.